Remember, we had the chicken that we were roasting right here. It's still in the pan, so I'm gonna throw that in there. Hey everyone, it's been a while. We're back in the kitchen. We're cooking up something today that I'm really I don't know, I'm not too comfortable with it yet because it's the first time I'm cooking it. Today I'm making gumbo. I really love gumbo and anything that's Cajun, but this is the first time I'm gonna attempt this dish. You can make gumbo with any kinds of meats or seafood, but today we're mixing it up. Today we're making chicken, shrimp, and sausage gumbo. So let's get to it. So as I mentioned, we're using chicken for our dish. We're also using shrimp. So I just have some chicken thighs here. It's almost always better to use chicken thighs or chicken legs, the dark meat. I'm also just using a prepackaged, some extra jumbo pre-packaged shrimp. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to be deboning the chicken, and then once I'm done with that, we're gonna throw this in the oven and roast them before putting it and including it in our gumbo. So now that we have our chicken thighs deboned, so I'm using 5 of them. By the way, I'm keeping the bones because I'm gonna make chicken stock. You can use beef stock with this, but I choose to not waste anything, so I'm using the bones to make chicken stock. So I went ahead and sliced up my chicken in big chunks. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw this in the oven. What you can do is, if you want to, you could also fry this. Let me coat this with some oil first. Throw my chicken in. So try to do it skin side down. Also, don't forget to lightly season. So what we're gonna do is use a little bit of salt and pepper. You don't have to season too much, just give it a little flavor. And then I'm just gonna do 375 in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes, no more than that, since it's gonna cook in the pot along with the rest of the ingredients for our gumbo. Okay, next step is what I prepared here is what Cajun cooks or chefs agree is the trinity or the holy trinity of Cajun cooking. We have bell peppers, it could be green or red, onions, and we also have celery. Don't ever forget these, forget everything else except these. So our next ingredients are all optional. So what I have are some okra. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna slice these. Not too many. We have sausage. In this case, I'm going with Cajun style andouille sausage. But you can use any smoked sausage. You can use Polish sausage, whatever. As long as it's a smoked sausage, you can use. And again, we're also using the shrimp, the prepackaged shrimp. So the next step is to make our roux. So making your roux is another integral part of Cajun cooking. A roux is made up of oil and flour. That's all it is. I guess this is the most sensitive part, for lack of a better term, because the flour can burn and burn really quickly. So we have to be really careful and we have to keep mixing. So wish me luck. So for this, you want an oil that has a high heat tolerance so it doesn't burn quickly. So in this case, I'm using canola oil. So I'm using a cup of canola oil. Since this is my first time doing this, I'm gonna cook this slowly, more slow than usual. I guess it takes practice. I don't want to burn the flour. So for the flour, we're using about, I guess, 3/4 cup. That much. And so according to what I've seen, the trick to this is to mix it and mix it and mix it and don't leave and just keep mixing and mixing and mixing. And what's gonna happen is that the color is gonna turn. So actually it's turning from white to about a blondish color. We want it dark. We're going for a dark kind of chocolatey flavor, or not flavor. We're going for a dark color, dark chocolatey color. So you cannot leave this alone. See that it's turning a little darker now? That's what we want. We're not there yet. You don't have to use canola oil. You can use, I think, grapeseed oil is another high heat tolerant type of oil. Yeah, you don't want to use butter. Butter burns fairly quickly. You need to stay away from any of that. You can see it's getting dark, and it's start to get smoky. And I think we're close. Not quite there yet, almost. But you see the difference when we first started doing this. Make sure you keep mixing. You're probably wondering what I'm smelling. It smells like toasted. It smells like you're toasting, you know, like an earthy toast smell. So I think we're there. We're almost there. There you go. Maybe let me give it a few more, a little bit more. A few more mixes here. Yeah, but that's what you want. That's what you're looking for right there. So that's your roux. Go ahead and introduce your Trinity, your Holy Trinity. So in this case, our onions, celery, and bell peppers. The aroma on that is just amazing. So what you're doing is you're actually just sauteing everything together. I'm going to put a little salt so we can draw out the moisture from the vegetables. Smells really good. And that's cooked down a little bit. Let's go ahead and add some garlic to this. Now we can go ahead and add our chicken stock that we made from scratch. Just right here. One of our bones escaped. There it is. Don't worry about that. We can always take it out. Let's go ahead and let this cook down. While that's cooking down, let's introduce all the rest of the ingredients. So remember we had the chicken that we were roasting right here. It's still in the pan, so I'm gonna throw that in there. Throw our andouille sausage. And also our okra. Let's add some more salt. Add your salt slowly. You can always add more salt, but you can never take it out, right? So be careful and always taste. And we can Always throw some black pepper. What's Cajun cooking without a little heat? So I'm gonna include some maybe serrano peppers a little later on, because remember, we still have the shrimp. The shrimp cooks fairly quickly, so I'm not gonna add it yet. Not yet, not to the simmer, but I'm gonna add some a little bit of chili powder, just for some, just a little bit of bite. Not too much, but as you can see, it's kind of thickening up. I'm gonna give it a quick taste. I'm sure we need more salt, but just to make sure. Actually, it's not bad. Can use a little bit more salt, but we can worry about that later. You know what? I'm gonna add some fish sauce. Fish sauce. Hang on a sec. So this is not this is not traditional, right? But since I'm Filipino, I'm gonna use a little bit of fish sauce. In this case, Vietnamese fish sauce. Who made the rules, right? There it is. Just a little bit. We can always adjust later. That'll give it a little bit of that kind of seafood smell. You know what I'm talking about. So we'll let this cook down about an hour, and we'll check back with you later. Oh, I almost forgot. While that's simmering, let's put in a couple of bay leaves. Okay, now we're set.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I think we're getting there. Go ahead and add our shrimp. Again, these are just, you know, ready, cooked, peeled shrimp. They call them jumbo, they don't look that big. I'm gonna let it simmer for a little bit more. I think we're golden. The shrimp is looking good. I did, by the way, add some serrano pepper, so this probably has a little bit of heat. Not too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and serve myself. Just want to sample a little bit. I got chicken, I got shrimp right there. That's hot. That's hot. Oh my gosh. So here's my bowl of, oh my god, it's hot. My gumbo. So traditionally it's served with rice, white rice, right there. Yeah. Get some more of that. Oh, there's the okra right there. Hot. OMG. Let's try the shrimp. For pre-cooked shrimp, that's pretty good. But the thing is awesome. So guys, I went ahead and sliced up some green onions for our topping, and that's really it for the gumbo. I hope you guys enjoyed that and you learned something just as I did. Right, it does take a little bit of time, especially when cooking down the roux, which is the most important part of this dish, and we're certainly going to enjoy that taste test that I just had. Is already tasting really, really good, and I can't wait to taste this because it gets better overnight, and hopefully, and so on and so forth, next couple of days, because the flavors are going to develop more. You know, if you have any questions regarding this, you know, please feel free to ask. If you have any suggestions on any other dishes, Cajun or otherwise, that you want me to try, please let me know. This is John, again, Foodie A1C, saying peace. I am out.
flower.